Its single leg is mangled beyond recognition from a hunter's snap trap, and it's bleeding heavily. It can only stare up at Dice, defeat in its 4 eyes. It struggles once more, then goes still from the exertion, wheezing miserably. "They tell everyone they're humane traps," Dice murmurs. "But humans lie, don't they? They lie all the time." "The hunters won't be back to check the traps until tomorrow," Dice continues, looking down at the hop eye with a grim expression. "I have to put it out of its misery." "I'll do it." Dice hands the knife to you and moves aside. You kneel and take the small, terrified creature in your arms, and with one clean cut, you slice through its neck. It tenses, twitching in fear reflex, and goes limp. You hand the knife back to Dice. Dice is quiet at your side for a long time, breathing evenly in through his nose and out through his mouth, like he's meditating. "It's better to die quickly than to suffer in a trap. But there shouldn't have been a trap in the first place," he says, eventually. He clicks his tongue against his teeth. "It's pointless. It was going to die eventually, but not here. It's not natural. It's not the death part that bothers me. It's our vanity. Humans are so afraid of extinction that they'll kill indiscriminately to avoid it." Hello everyone, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Sorry this episode's going up a little bit later than the usual upload time. It's been a crazy couple of days, and I just was not feeling well enough last night to do some recording. But it's going up, and you should be seeing this only about an hour or so at most after, an hour or two after it's supposed to go up. Also, I forget to say this sometimes in episodes, but if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, please consider dropping a good old subscription to make sure you don't miss a single thing. And definitely comment down below. I love seeing what you guys comment. Sometimes it's a big help, sometimes it's just some interesting viewpoints, you know what I mean? Alright. Late pollen, we are stressed out because we did some exploring. Let's talk to everybody, see what we got. I saw Nomi had something. I know, game, I know. Nothing new from Mars. Actually, that was a good line from Rex, and I'm pretty sure it was new. Well, nope, not you, Mars, sorry. You're fabulous, but I need to talk to Rex? No, okay. Something about I'm more human than the rest of them, and I'm part dog. Alright, Gnomester, what you got for me? Is this because of our friendship level? Yeah, this is a friendship event. Nomi is camped out in the lounge, their holopad screen spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen, there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nomi looks between the two screens, their brow furrowed in concentration, as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. "What are you doing?" "Well," Nomi replies thoughtfully, "I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform, except using the Xenos here in Vertumna, like manticores and faceless and stuff. But they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead." I mean, we've already met a faceless that, at the very least, doesn't want to hurt us? That does sound cool. "Thanks," Nomi chirps, scribbling happily at their drawing. "I got the idea for the second Turbo Girl Hyperjet OVA. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens and the Turbo Girls have to band together to defeat their common enemy." I do remember that part. The heck was that? Audio didn't like it. Okay. Nomi looks up at you with a start. "Oh!" they exclaim. "That reminds me. So, I'm trying to brush up on my xenoanatomy, and I'm totally fine with writing, but..." They blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. "I kinda haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know? To make it go pop! And I want to make sure I'm being, you know, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building?" "You fucking betcha. I don't want to be associated..." Oh my god, so mean! Hell yeah! You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. You feel really proud of what you've accomplished. Heck yes! Bonding with the Gnomester! My mom and dad asked if I was getting serious with anyone, Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. And gross-a-roni, right? I date you. But I don't think I have been doing what I need to make that happen in this life. So another life, Nomi. We will save ourselves for you and dedicate all our time to you once you show up. Nothing new with Tange. Yeah, we gotta de-stress. I know. Nothing new over here. Nothing new with Asshole. I don't even care if he's got anything. Nothing with Nemi. Any new notices or anything? Are we still hosting Vertumnalia? Okay, what is with the stuttering? Do I just have too much open? It's entirely possible. Here, hopefully that helps. Pollen season. Vertumna is ours now and for all time. Vertumnalia festival next month. That's actually going to be bad, probably. Do your part to protect Vertumna. Join the colony defense or a hunting party. Big pass. You know what? Do I really need to buy anything else in terms of gear? Game? What you doing on me? Don't have the perk for whatever that last one is. +5 to challengers. Yeah, I don't really have another gear I care to equip. Maybe just the backpack? Although the +15 to all skills is definitely not bad. That would definitely boost my lower ones, but as we see with combat, having a boost doesn't really mean much in terms of perks. Backpack lets us draw 1 extra card. First collectible use being free is neat for this one. But I actually don't use much collectibles, really. I prefer to give them as gifts. Yeah, maybe let's take some time to upgrade some of our weaker cards. Like, this one's actually a decent card to have, +1 skill on Brain Challenge wins. Surprised we haven't gotten the second version of that. Let's go ahead and upgrade it, see what that's like. Oh, can you only upgrade once? I think you can only upgrade once. Absorbent Brain 2. Oh, I see. It's now a gem card too. Okay. So then what will upgrading first steps look like? To running. Oh, okay, I dig. I see. To leaping. And that's its max form. Okay. I see how that works. Leaping lizards. Where is it? Leaping. It's a 4 cost. Okay. Not a 4 cost, a 4 value. That's decent. Maybe we'll relax in the creche this month. Not the creche, the lounge. Boop. You enter the lounge several times this month to find Rex and Cal practically fused in some of the beanbag chairs. They're glassy-eyed and giggling and surrounded by snacks. Weirdos. Aw, they're so cute together! I don't want to forget either of those. Early dust. Do I know your birthday? I don't. We'll find it out eventually. Will she get annoyed if I compliment her again? No. But we'll keep flirting with her. Should have been doing that for a while. Nemi's doing squats in the training yard. I'm 30. I'm 31. Oh, hey, Garrett. She jumps up and stretches her legs. Feel like challenging the squat queen? Kick your ass. All we know is that she likes red Xeno eggs and doesn't like crystal clusters. Do you like medicinal roots? Oh, and we just found out her birthday. I think we might have already known that, though, yeah. Well, we'll take the bonus. Sucks that I didn't have a Xeno egg, though. Vase looks exasperated by your presence. Hey, it's Rex's little buddy, he says, scowling. Get out of here before I have to send him a message about how I don't want his little gang of dickwits stinking up my garrison. Cracks his knuckles. You're not going to like my choice of medium. Dude, I long to just beat your fucking ass into the ground. Wonder if you'll like a strange device. He does. Turns the strange device over and over his hands. Know thy enemy, he says in a low growl. Well, now we know. We know that you're an asshole and I don't like you. Asshole. Sup, Cal? Doesn't say he's dating, so I guess they're just casual? Oh, this is new. Cal looks up from the geoponics bed where he's doing something sciencey with the water. Oh, hey, Garrett, he says. Just give me a sec. I'm checking the oxygen levels in the beds. Too much, and you get too much aerobic bacteria. He huffs a little laugh. I sound like Tange, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponic stuff. It sure is the future. Wonder if you like medicinal herbs. Not especially, but he'll take it. I think I saw Mars up here or something. No, but she is up here. I like how Newton's apple has become, like, an expletive that everyone uses. Have some crystals. Take a hug. Doesn't say he's in a relationship either. Wait, does it say he's 18? Oh shit, he's older than us. Good to know. Don't know what he likes. I mean, he likes cake. Do you like herbs? He really just doesn't take any gifts, and we don't get any friendship points from it. That's interesting. Alright, let's see how the Splorin is doing. I know we've covered, I think, 2 or 3 of the areas. Ooh, we take that. Actually, he likes herbs, too. So we'll save the, thingy. Dice's eyes light up when he sees your gift. Whoa, he says, taking them with you with uncharacteristic delight. Are these pieces of a jelly arc root network? Or is it a dormant butterfly bush? Where did you find these? Oh, cool, a new event with him. What are we at with him for friendship? Fucking 90, my god. You spot Dice about to head out on expedition. He's carrying a full backpack, with a second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's writing in a notebook. An actual notebook with paper and everything, braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment. He looks up as you approach and closes his notebook, slipping it into the jacket pocket over his heart. "Oh, hey, Garrett," he says, and tucks the pen behind his ear. "Are you coming too? That's cool. Maybe we'll be posted near each other." "What were you writing?" "Just stuff," Dice says dismissively. "I like writing on paper. It feels more real, you know? And it's more private than having everything on your holopalm where people could find it." You beg him for more details. Dice huffs through his nose, but he looks amused. "Just stuff," he repeats. "How I'm feeling, what the weather is like, what people are doing around the colony. I like observing people." Oh, cool, he's got a diary. "Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien," he continues, "and I'm studying how people act, so I can blend in." Ah, fuck it. We'll ask. Dice goes red and ducks his head. "Well, sure," he says. "You're part of the colony, right? And you're my friend. So of course I write about you." You're about to ask to see, but you're interrupted by Utopia calling for all hands to board the expedition vehicles. Dice stoops to pick up the surveying equipment, then he's gone without another word. He must not want you to know what he's writing about you. Curious. I really hope that there's an actual, harem path where we can just, romance literally freaking everyone. Dice is sitting on the roof of one of the expedition transports, fiddling with something in his hands. As you approach, you can see the glint of a pocket knife in his hands. He looks up from his carving. "Oh, hey, Garrett," he says, looking a little bashful. "Needed a new toggle for my backpack. We won't be able to rely on nanoprinting forever." Seriously, let's go total poly and just romance fucking everyone. I think it's just the valley left. Ooh, there's a boss event in the plains. Probably with Nomi. Alright, we'll get that done with then. Probably, drops himself into a manticore pit or something. Or gets into a wrestling match with bush bubs. I keep wanting to call them bush bulbs. It feels like there needs to be an L there, you know what I mean? "Take this L, bush bub!" Oh, hi, Hop Solo. What are you doing up there? Seriously, how did you get up there? And now you're back here. Okay. Just fucking teleporting everywhere. That's neat. You do you. You think you see Sim running through the trees up ahead near the edge of a cliff. You call out to him, but your voice is drowned out by a screeching roar that shakes the forest. A manticore. You're feeling a remarkable lack of self-preservation today, so you holster your scanner and follow the noise through the trees. To find Sim fending off not one but 3 manticores at the edge of the cliff, his back to the fatal drop behind. He's bleeding profusely from his hairline. His left arm hangs useless at his side. My guy! He doesn't even register your presence as he tries to calm the beast with soothing sounds. Oh, our friendship upped with him again. We're up to 80. Interesting. One of the manticores knocks Sim off his feet, and your heart lurches as a spray of stones clatter down the cliff. The beasts have him completely at their mercy. The lead manticore's delicate feet pin Sim's tattered clothing to the ground, spittle drooling from its misshapen jaws. And you watch Sim's expression twist with an emotion you've never seen him in him before. Fear. Yeah, we're saving him! +1 to physical red cards, 1 slot card becomes 4. Okay, we can maybe use that. Okay. Okay, that's a decent first round. We could go with, oh, right, that's annoying. I was gonna say we could go with, 4 7s. That 1 slot becoming 4 is kind of ass. $35. 36. Okay. And 28. We can definitely get a 28 here. $43, $39, $36, $38. Really feel like that's probably going to be the best we can get. 54! I don't know how some of those are calculated sometimes. Whatever. Somehow, using all of your strength and then more, you defeat the lead manticore. The two smaller ones scatter, hissing their displeasure and biting at each other. With the death of their alpha, negotiating their new pack dynamics should distract them for a while. Are you okay? Sim waves you off with the arm that doesn't hang limp at his side. I am fine, he gasps. I feel pain, but it does not control my behavior as much as it seems to in humans. We're gonna kiss Sim? Maybe we will. Sim is barely standing upright after that battle. Truly, he wasn't much help this time, and it seems as though despite your efforts, his strength is fading fast. He stumbles into you, knocking you both to the ground. He lands on top of you, your legs intertwined and his weight pressing you into the dirt. Oof, he gasps. You can feel every inch of his long body against yours, stirred to quickening by the adrenaline of the fight. My hero, he murmurs, his eyes fall to your lips. Ah, screw it, we're gonna do it. You close the distance, pressing your lips to Sim's. He makes a sound of surprise that quickly turns to delight, and then surprise again when you hook your leg over his and gently roll on top of him, taking control of the kiss. Alright, look at us. Sim kisses with a charming innocence at first, clearly improvising his way through his first kiss. Sorry, Dice, I get credit for first interspecies romance! Romance and the alien! Though he's quick to respond to your touch. You flick your tongue against his lips and he opens his mouth to you, allowing you to taste deeply of him as his good hand digs into your side. It's not long at all before he's responding in kind, and you're both breathing heavily into each other's mouths as you discard all senses of propriety and grind against each other in the dirt. Oh, Sim gasps as you break for breath. He sounds dazed. Is it always like that? You wouldn't know, but you nod anyway. Sim makes a hungry noise and claims your mouth again, kissing you passionately. I don't know if I, love you? Probably say something coy. Let him be coy. Sim looks unusually bashful. I was too subtle, he murmurs, and for that you have my apologies. Everything I have learned of love has been from researching your holographic videos, he continues quietly. I did not know that it was possible. I did not have words for this feeling. I love this planet deeply, he says. You listen intently, playing with a lock of his hair. And I love my purpose here. I love every living thing, and I take comfort in knowing our fates are inescapably intertwined. We do keep dreaming about each other. Sim places his hand over your chest, but there are no words for the feeling I have here when I see you, like an ache that pulls me to you. I envision things with you that are impossible to explain. He looks away and you see color rise in his cheeks. Forgive my crudeness, but I know of the biological imperative of all life. Gardeners do not share this imperative, and do not feel driven to, physicality. But, with you, he bites his lip. Perhaps it is this body, perhaps it is you. All I know is that I would very much like to kiss you again, and I would like to not like to stop. You're about to grant his wish when you're both startled by a crashing sound from the trees. You jolt apart in time to see one of the 2 remaining manticores break through the tree line and roar at you, blood and spittle spraying from its ravenous jaws. There is no sign of the other, clearly lesser, manticore. "Run!" Sim gasps, pulling you both to your feet. He gives you a push, and you start running parallel to the cliff, trying to get some distance before it's safe to duck back into the trees. You don't hear Sim behind you. You whirl around just in time to see Sim clash with the manticore, grappling with its huge front claws as it pushes him closer to the edge of the cliff with dancer-like strength. "Go!" Sim yells. Rocks scatter down the cliff by his feet. "Please, Garrett, just go!" You don't have a chance to be a hero. The manticore takes Sim's neck in its jaws, and he screams in pain. "Oh, Jesus!" Sim locks eyes with you once more as time slows to a crawl, and speeds up as he grabs hold of the manticore and launches himself backwards off the cliff. They're gone before you can scream. You rush to the edge, too late to catch even his trailing, tattered coat. I like this art, though. It's a long way down, and the wind buffets your face viciously. You try to blink away the image of their bodies falling through the air, now seared into your memory. Sim's curiosity, too. +7 if this is the only intelligence card played. Interesting. Gain status in mourning? Jesus, is he actually dead? I doubt it. He's hinted several times that their physicality is different. Ooh, 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 ooh. You turn away from the smudges at the bottom of the cliff, but you still see it. You sit down, stunned, and stay that way for a long time. How can he be gone, just like that? Dead. There won't be any funeral for him, the alien who would be human. It's not like you can bring his remains home to be properly recycled. It's a small comfort that at least out here, it won't be long until nature takes its course. Sim would probably have wanted that, you think. What? I don't want to go. No! Come on! We didn't do any other exploring! Have you heard you return to the transport station, you just want to go home? No. I'll do everything the same, even though kissing him is probably what led to the death, since... Yeah, see, there's a boss event with Nomi, I knew it. Because, like, we lingered too long, and the manticore came back, but I don't think he's actually dead. I don't. Gonna finish grabbing the collectibles, we'll deal with Nomi, and then we'll... Damn. I don't think he's actually dead. I don't. He'll show up again later. What were you doing wrestling with a fucking pack of manticores, you dumbass? You can teleport! Oh, there's 2 boss events. There's a deep, perfectly circular pond here, filled with clear, crystalline water. Small, transparent creatures like jellyfish bob around in it, rippling with iridescence. Dice is with you, and in a characteristically bad mood, despite the jaw-dropping beauty of your surroundings. He plops grumpily down on the bluff to watch the water. Watch with him. You aren't watching for long when a tentacle reaches up and plucks one of the jellyfish from the swarm, dragging it down into the depths. Man, I'm glad we didn't go swimming. Some massive Xeno must live at the bottom of this pond. Fascinating. As you watch, it plucks 2 more. It seems to prefer the larger, older ones. Maybe it's like a farmer tending to this flock? Or just a very sneaky predator. You take some notes, particularly that you should think twice about swimming in any of these ponds. Go swimming. So relaxing. You take off your shoes and soak your feet in the water. You're dozing off until a tentacle grabs your ankle and pulls you in the water. You flail your arms, fighting the gentle pull of the tentacle. Dice watches from the shoreline. You think he's frozen in shock, but when you call for help, he only frowns in thought. Dice, help! Dice moves closer to the pool. Panic doesn't help, he mutters. Calm down. Just calm down, see? You stop flailing, and the tentacle stops pulling. See? It's not pulling you under, Dice says. It's just checking you out, giggity. After a while, the tentacle releases and he disappears into the pool. Dice helps fish you out of the deceptively deep pool and helps wring out your clothes. I'm not going to insult him, he'll get pissy. Don't do that again, Dice says, sounding furious, actually. If you drowned in there, it would have been my fault. Don't ever do that again. You realize he's upset because he cares about you, in his way. You mumble a thank you and grab a towel to dry off. Okay. So we got that one cleared. Let's go save Nomi Nomi and then... fail to save Sim, I guess. Oh, hi, I missed you. That really sucks. God, he's not dead. It's not even his real body. Well, it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't, in a way? Nah, he's not dead. I refuse to believe that Sim goes out like that. Well, that was a really pretty art. Alright, Nomi, what's up? You meet up with Dice and Nomi Nomi. They've stumbled onto something strange and are arguing over what to do with it. It's a big blue crystal, knee-high and warm to the touch. It looks like there's something inside. Sorry, I'm recording this episode before work today, so I'm drinking my morning homemade ice cap. We gotta crack it open and see what's inside, Nomi exclaims. It could be anything. Are you a psychopath? Dice retorts, clearly offended. What if it's alive? You're gonna screw with the ecological balance because you're bored? It's for science. Nomi pouts, turning to you. Come on, Garrett will do it, right? Garrett? Scan it for a heartbeat. You use some surveying equipment to detect a heartbeat, proving that, yes, it is alive. You can't tell much else, since the scanner seems to be blocked by the crystal, but it's something. Nomi is absolutely delighted. The three of you happily leave it at that. God damn it, Sim. You stupid, beautiful alien man. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh yeah, I think we drew literally the exact same hand. That's interesting. Yeah, we seem to be getting the same cards too. That's interesting. That tells us a little bit about how the dealing works in this game. That one I don't think we got last time. Or leaping. $56. Well, we managed to sneak a super win out of that. I'm just skipping through the lines because we've already read them. I could have taken on that Manticore for you. I'm so mad if he's actually dead because of that. This year's Vertumnalia is ushered in with a big military band, horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage to raucous applause. Thank you, everyone, he calls out over the din. Look at you! Look at this colony! Finally, truly united! All it took was a common enemy. I wonder if he dreams like we do. And that's why when the Helios gets here, he violently assumes command of the ship. I wonder if he dreams like we do, and he's got visions of the future.
All it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you, beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay, Vertumna. Do you hear me? Can you dig it?
He raises his arms and roars.
Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore!
Lum gestures for Security Rhett to join him on stage, Security Chief Rhett, and then continues.
The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth.
He clenches his hand into a fist.
We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated.
Rhett, my guy. Rhett crosses his arms and nods his agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. I trust him way more than I trust you, Lum. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. Ahem. I want to announce that this will be the last year the festival contest will be held. A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just sighs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly, then continues. This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable time. Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd.
I do have some good news, he declares. Starting today, the colony is going to be granting requests from people who want to have children.
Whoa, 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 hold on. Are you telling me we weren't allowed to have children before? Not sure how kosher that is, my guy. A happy murmur burbles through the crowd.
Yes, that's right. It's time to start on the next generation of Vertumnans and secure a future for our children.
Lum pumps his fist in the air.
Humans! Humans! Humans!
Anyway, about this war on nature.
I think it's stupid,
Cal says immediately.
I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here.
Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you think that, she mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24? And everyone listens to him? She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. No, they should listen to me. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last ones, maybe forever. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate into their usual games, you realize that this might be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? Screw it, we're doing the talent show. You report backstage where Mars and Rex are prepping their acts. Rex is sidled up to Mars, complimenting her on her outfit, a spangly, sparkly thing that clings to her figure. You see the reason for the outfit when Mars takes the stage and launches into a total showstopper, using holograms to digitally change her clothes as she belts out an incredible aria. When the song is over, honest-to-goodness pyrotechnics blast off all around her. The colony goes wild for it. How do you follow that? Rex gives it his best try, performing something between gymnastics and martial arts, throwing himself in impressive rolls and flips set to music. Magic show, damn! No magic show! Mars gives you a wink as you prepare to head on stage. Break a leg, Garrett. Plasma cutter sculpture? Sure. We'll do it. One slot. I hate this becomes a value with one. It's rarely useful. Plus one to social cards, okay. That doesn't counteract, does it? No. Kind of a waste of our wild card there. 3, 4, 5. $32. I guess we'll take that for the start. Plus 2 to cards with gems. We should save these then for the final salvo. 2, 4, 4. Bunch of 4s. That's pretty good. Okay, and then plus 2 to cards with gems. That's a 43. 45 even. $45 again. I think 45 might be the best we can do. Could have gotten a 48. Alright, well, we'll take the dub there. Talent Show Champion 2. Nice. People are a little concerned when you haul out a mushwood log and an industrial-sized plas cutter, but swiftly become amazed as you hack at the log until a basic shape forms. You switch to the details, blocking in the facial features, and then fine-tuning. You reveal your work with a flourish. It's a bust of yourself! How novel! You win by a large margin of raucous applause. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. God, I don't like that. Alrighty, mid-dust. We're still in morning. All skill increases reduced by 1 for 3 months, and sub-jobs and actions can't be performed. We're also popular, so we're going to get some kudos up. Excuse me? Cal gives you a sympathetic smile. Hey, Garrett, he says. Whatever it is, you just have to wait it out. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, because we're in mourning. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Garrett, he says. Things will start to look up soon. Got it. Are we not able to give gifts or, like, do talkie actions? Rex scratches behind his ear. Hey, Garrett, he says. You holding up okay? Yeah, Rex's voice is weird, but I think it kind of fits him a little bit. Mars shoots you a sympathetic but distracted smile. Petitions to remove contraceptive implants are under review. Thank you for your patience. That's weird. I didn't know about that. Can we still go exploring? I hope Dice has some lines over, Sim. Nomi bounces awkwardly on their toes. So sorry. I'm not sure what's wrong, but I hope you feel better soon. Tangent shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, she says. I'm not really good at cheering people up. Nemi looks uncomfortable. Sorry, she mumbles. I don't really know what to say. Maybe a hug? No one giving me a hug? Not even the huggy guy? Vase looks over you and frowns. What's up, sad sack? You should go on a run or something. That always works for me. Shut up, Vase. I mean, that's decent advice, but still just shut up. I hate you. Sim is what? Dice doesn't believe what you tell him. But I just saw him! You're lying! He can't be dead! He refuses to listen, and you just keep repeating that you must be wrong. I hope so. Really hope so. We're not allowed to go exploring. How long does this last? 3 months? God, I hope it's soon. Exploring is kind of a time crunch. Alright, well then, I Guess we're stuck at home for the month. We'll up our reasoning a little bit. Engineering gives us friendship with both. We get reasoning too. Plus we get to hang out with congruence. Sure, maybe we'll do a bit of engineering then. God, what is this? What is up with this becomes 4? Oh, right. Wild gets rid of that. So that gets us a 37. Also a 37. Sure. That's fine, I don't really care. That heart was weird. Are we still in mourning? We're still in mourning. And no lines there, we just study engineering, okay. I'm assuming it's probably 3 months. Oh, by 1 for 3 months. I can read, I promise. Promise I do! No ... dots above anyone. Okay, maybe we'll do some xenobotany this month. Now, I wonder if dice means that he literally just saw him. In which case, we are absolutely wrong. One slot will turn cards mental blue. Okay, that's actually kind of useful. Wow, you're just going to keep throwing this at me, aren't you, game? $44, 46, 42. Okay. Plus 15 kudos. Kudos doubled for 3 months. Yay, okay. Nice, so 30. Biology's already at max, but the organizing is nice. Nothing special happened, though. And welcome to wet. Oh, we're no longer in mourning. That's good. Have a log.
Hi, sunshine!
Ooh, a fruit. Could have given that to Cal. Oh yeah, let's give out our round of gifts. Oh, we learned her birthday. Ha! Mars laughs, taking the crystal and turning it over her hands, expecting it. Sorry. Well, I've had better birthday gifts this year, but I admit, this crystal is pretty fabulous. I'll add it to my collection. Get our hugs. I gotta keep trying anyways. Let's try giving him a log. Yeah, okay, he does like a log. Rex shoots you a shy smile. Nothing a dog likes more than a stick, right? Giggity! Alright. Rex gets the logs. Won't flirt with her again with the flower. Don't have any eggs. Wonder if you like strange devices. Not especially, okay. More crystal for you. Roots for you. God, you gotta be close to 100 by now. Okay. Let's go see what the exploring options are. Two events remaining, one collectible, no boss events. We haven't been there. No boss events. No boss events. Alright, let's go survey. No! 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 Misclick. I meant to go to the valley. Yeah. Going to the valley. Alrighty. Ooh, Xeno egg. Good. We'll give that to Nemi next time. Ooh, another Xeno egg. Bravery 20 or greater. It's a whispering canopy. We've done whisper back several times before. Let's climb up it. Perception. I think we've done that one before too, and it didn't do anything, but that's fine. No sense in not trying to do most of these here. Oh, it's the Squeeger Queen. Honestly, we already have that card 3 times. We don't need it again. Shortcut through the jungle. Path you were sure was just up ahead, and now you're lost. Oh dear. You try to check your positioning with your holopalm, but the damn thing isn't working, and won't connect to long-range communication either. Typical. Utopia did warn you the comms were flaky out here. You think you can tell north from the position of the 2 suns, but that's it. Orient a way out of here. What is that? Perception. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Climb a tree and chart a path through the wilderness from above with the information in your holopalm. Navigating to the nearest landmark is a breeze. Okay, we'll skip a few here. This guy again. Actually, we'll see if it's the same as before. You find a trippet. It's just a tiny one, but food's food and you are a forager. Yeah. We've abused it before and it doesn't like us. Bobber fruit. Bobber fruit. Xeno egg. Utopia? What's up, girl? Like the rest of the planet, the valley is home to some strange plant and animal life. You find Utopia puzzling over a jelly arch, a huge gelatinous arch held together by solid veins, large enough for a person to walk underneath. They don't look like animals, but you've been around long enough to realize that things aren't always what they seem. Upon closer inspection, the arches seem to pulse and breathe, even though they have no visible organs, and they're always kind of warm. It's unsettling. Now I know this one ain't right, Utopia mutters to herself as you approach. Garrett, you ever seen a jelly arch look so deflated? Take a look. It's true. This arch just doesn't seem as structurally sound as the others. I'm beginning to think they're all connected, Utopia says, scratching her chin. Like runners underground, poking up ever so often in waves like this. If one's looking rough, what's gonna happen to the rest? She sticks her hand in the goop. and the arch seems to cringe away as she roots around in its innards. "It's got some kind of crystal structure in here, suspended in it," she says, sticking her nose between her teeth. Tongue between her teeth, wow, okay. "Wonder if it's got its nose knocked out of joint, or whatever it's got instead of a nose." The jelly arch makes a sloshing, groaning noise, its surface rippled with pain? Can it even feel pain? Or is it just a reaction to being churned up inside? Maybe a crystal will help? Utopia hums. "He can't hurt," she says, and shoves a crystal into the gelatinous mass of the arch. The arch stiffens, and Utopia shouts in alarm. "Damn thing's got my arm!" she exclaims. She gets her foot on the jelly arch, no longer as permeable, and hauls her arm out of it. "Whew!" she laughs. "That'll teach me to go sticking my hand places." The jelly arch looks more healthy now, standing up proud and wibbly again. "Great thinking, Garrett," Utopia says. "Who would have thought?" Okay, neat. I guess these are the jelly arches. I hadn't actually, looked at them at all. Another egg. This place is good for eggs. Manticore event. What's the matter? You got Sim's blood on you? Come across a terrible scene. A manticore has cornered a little hopeye and is playing with it, batting it around and catching it over and over. The hopeye is screeching in terror. It's a horrible thing to watch. We'll break up the fight. Don't be a bully, manticore. Okay, +1 to physical red, +2 bonus to straights. I see. Bit of a weird hand, but we'll go with it. Alright. What if we do this, 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 triple 5. Oops. Oh, okay. So what if we do this? 39. That's definitely better. I guess it doesn't count as straight if there's pairs in between. Yeah, alright, we'll take the 39. Apparently could have gotten a 47 out of that. You quietly climb up into a tree first. Manticores can't climb trees. You're pretty sure you remember hearing that. You'll try to scare the attacker away by hooting and throwing rocks. Putting on your scary face. Oh, we've gotten this one before from Dice. You put on your scary face and try to frighten it away. The manticore is so annoyed by your throwing rocks and making a ruckus that it turns its attention to you. It roars in anger. Shivers of fear run up your spine. That's definitely a better scary face than yours. The hopeye, who had been playing dead, suddenly leaps to its feet and bounds off into the jungle. The manticore is now very angry with you. It rears up and digs its claws into your tree. You hold on for dear life as the tree shakes. It roars and rustles its mane at you, pacing back and forth under the tree. Then it sniffs around where the hopeye had been, grunts one last time in frustration, and wanders off into the jungle. You stay in that tree for another full hour before you dare to come down. Scary. But you save that little hopeye's life. Alright, I don't think there's anything else here. Maybe we won't fully stress ourselves out here. Oh, we've gotten this one before. Yeah, just animals up. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go home. Maybe we can do some in-colony stuff before we have to rest. You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nomi. It seems to be a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue. Ooh boy. We helped with this. You open the story and read through it. Wow, it's actually pretty good. Nomi did a great job of grounding the unrealistic premise of talking manticores with relatable characters and a strong emotional story. With your help on some of the finer details, Nomi's written something that truly elevates the art form. Nice! You get this notification through your holopalm that you've received some kudos, along with a message from Nomi. Thanks for the help, Garrett. Here are your royalties. Awesome. Awesome, I approve. Alright, well, we've got one more month of stuff, and then we should probably rest on the last time there so that we can maybe go out during Glow. Well, hey Cal, what's up? You had plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at the Geoponics Dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around in the red emergency lighting until all the lights come back on with a heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sudden blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man! Instance scolds Cal as he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie, Cal says. I'm sorry. Instance mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all of this over a toy. Hey dude, Cal greets you. Sorry, I meant to meet you outside after work, but... He looks down at his hoverboard. My board wouldn't start, and I figured it was maybe out of juice. But when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks, and then the whole power grid shut down. Cal's shoulders slump. I was gonna ask Dr. Instance to take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have time to fix a dumb toy. I got this, my dude. It's just a dumb broken toy, get over it? Wow, brutal. Well, okay, Cal says slowly, handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. You open up the hoverboard and poke around in its guts for a little while. Fixing rundown tech, value is wild. After about 20 minutes, you think you have it figured out. You rewire it so that the power no longer flows through the burned out capacitor. Stick a little duct tape in there, and close the casing. Cal takes the hoverboard and cautiously flips the switch. Et voila! It floats! It hovers even! Radical! Cal shouts and covers his mouth with his hands. I mean, this is totally cool, Garrett! Thank you so much! To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. Whoa! It bucks like a wild animal under your feet, and Cal catches you as you stumble off of it. Careful, he laughs. That first step is a doozy. We've ridden your hoverboard before, my guy. Granted, it's been a couple years, but, you know. Oh, they both got summoned for me. Mars and Nomi are bent over one of Nomi's sketchbooks. Mars is talking animatedly, with expansive hand gestures. Nomi is nodding along and taking notes. No, 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 Mars exclaims. This neckline needs bolder lines, and down here, lots and lots of extra fabric, and make this part gold. I want it to scream, I don't have to work like everybody else. I'm only here to look beautiful and have people adore me. But we do have to work, Nomi pouts. Nanoprinting's restricted for these kind of materials. It costs kudos. Mars rolls her eyes. That's the point. Nomi huffs. Not everyone's got as many kudos as you, Marzipan. Especially us Helios. We didn't have any at all when we landed. If I want to wear something other than uniforms, I usually trade or mod old clothes instead of printing new ones. Nomi looks appalled. You trade clothes? You don't even sell them to each other for kudos? Nomi shrugs and tucks their hair behind their ear. It's just, some kids can't afford to print this kind of clothing, right? So you're losing out on them as potential customers. So maybe instead you could design clothes that are pretty, but also made from common materials, so everybody can have them. Amen. Preach for us poor people, Nomi. Nomi smiles brightly. Then maybe when you're in charge, you can get rid of kudos entirely. It doesn't seem right that we trade kudos for extra stuff when we're all supposed to only have what we need anyway. Nomi picks up their sketchbook and leaves, and Mars turns to you with a thoughtful look. Oh, Nomi doesn't know that I was the one who started selling things for kudos in the first place. My dads keep saying I shouldn't do that, because hoarding kudos and treating them like currency will cause... She makes quotation marks in the air with her fingers. Wealth inequality! Do you think they might be right? Yes. Nomi's right, the Helios are broke. Oh, Mars says, tapping her chin. I mean, I knew the Helios were tragic, but I just thought they had terrible taste, you know? The uniforms and the haircuts. I didn't know it was because they were poor. I really don't think that kudos makes everything unequal. Like, you can always work harder if you want something nice, right? That's what I do. It doesn't work like that. Mars looks genuinely troubled. It's great that we have everything we need. Well, as long as there's not a weird disease or a famine or anything. But we're still poor, you know? She sighs. We're poor in culture. Like, yes, every colonist has a steaming pile of mashed trippet every morning, noon, and night. But what if I want to watch a holovid that I haven't seen a million kajillion times? Mars puts her hands on her head. When we only focus on survival, who's making the holovids, and the symphonies, and the gourmet food? She throws her arms in the air and shouts. We have everything we need, but we're poor! Poor people don't care about art! Mars snaps her fingers. No! No, I've got it! I'm a genius! If the adults won't incentivize the creative class, we need to do it ourselves. We need to get the adults on board with adopting kudos and using it to pay for luxury goods. Instead of slaving away in the depot or the kitchen, people like Nomi could be artisans. She grabs you by the shoulders. If we have an actual creative class, maybe we can get some culture on this stupid rock. I can't believe I never thought of it before, she says, clearly possessed with a beautiful vision. Sorry. I'm the richest teenager in the colony, but what good is it if there's nothing to buy? Here I am, sitting on more kudos than I could ever use, and I could have been using it to kickstart the creative economy. I could be a patron to the arts. Mars releases you and pulls up the finances screen of her holopalm. You catch a glimpse of her balance, which is more kudos than you've ever made in a year at least. Yes, good, Mars says, thinking out loud. More than enough to start. She looks at you. Well, Garrett, she says imperiously, you'll join me, right? Let's give away some kudos. Yeah. You know what? Sure. Let's redistribute some wealth. Mars' eyes go wide as she sees 100 kudos land in her account. Ooh, Daddy, she laughs, facing with a wicked smile. I didn't know you were so generous. It's more where that came from, baby! Mars throws back her head and laughs, delighted that you played along. Oh, aren't you fun? Hope that'll help Nomi and Rex, but not Vase, because fuck Vase. You follow the sound of laughter and find Nomi, and Rex playing catch. Or maybe the word for the game they're playing is more like fetch? Nomi throws the ball as far as they can and Rex tears after it, climbing and leaping over anything that gets in his way like it's not even there. Rex hands the ball back to Nomi, and Nomi winds up to throw it again, but at the last second, they palm the ball and hide it under their arm. Rex barrels off away from Nomi with his ground-eating stride and gets pretty far away before he stops and looks around, confused. He looks at Nomi, who waggles the ball at him, and bursts out laughing. Nomi! He shouts, running back to them. He picks him up and hauls him over his shoulder, and Nomi shrieks with delight as Rex spins them around. Two Helio kids in their crisp uniforms pass by, glaring archly at Nomi and Rex. Fuck you two. Rex sets Nomi down, and then spots you over Nomi's shoulder. Oh, hey, it's Garrett, he says, and Nomi turns around and gives you a stunningly bright smile. Rex, oh, she's 16 now, so we missed her birthday. Might be in wet. No, we learned her birthday, didn't we? I could have sworn we did. Rex slings his arm over Nomi, and Nomi lays her head on his shoulder. They're both breathless and beaming with happiness. What's the deal with your Helio friends? Rex and Nomi look at each other and stick out their tongues. They aren't our friends, Rex replies, shrugging. All they want to do is act like mindless little soldiers and measure each other's dicks. He rolls his eyes. There's so many more fun things to do with. Nomi thumps Rex in the chest. Don't be gross, they whine. Sorry, Nomi, Rex apologizes. I just mean, we don't need anyone else. Ever since we were kids, it's been me and Nomi here. They're my best friend. I love them like my sibling. Rex smiles shyly and hides their face. Oh, do you have unrequited love? Rex is my best friend, too. Aw, buddy! Rex coos and wraps his whole body around Nomi's smaller one. He kisses them noisily on the cheek, snuffling into their hair, while Nomi shrieks with laughter again. We were always the odd ones out on the heliopods, Rex says. People thought we were weird, you know? You probably don't see it because everyone is so awesome here, but compared to the rest of those smug, boring jerks, we really stuck out. But I'd rather be different than be like them. He looks down at Nomi, who beams up at him. And I got to be different with my best friend, which was awesome. We just hung out together and had our own fun while everyone else trained to be proper little soldiers. Right, Nomi? Nomi frowns. Like Vase and all his cronies, they say quietly. It wasn't all fun and games. Rex shushes Nomi and strokes his hand through their hair. I know, he says, but that's in the past. We don't have to grow up to be soldiers. We're here now, and there's so many more people to be friends with. He shoots you a smile. Like Garrett. Flirts with Nomi. Yeah, okay. Aww. Nomi grimaces and makes a yuck noise into Rex's shoulder, but Rex's smile gets even bigger. Well, I wouldn't say no! Big sad. Romancing Nomi might be impossible. They might be ace. But we'll try it for sure in another life. We'll try with all of these, even this fucking asshole. But that's more for the sense of completionism than anything else, because I legitimately think he's an asshole, and I don't like him. I tried. You see Tange sitting on a large boulder outside the lab. She's eating a pressed soy bar ration with determination, alternating bites with huge gulps of water to wash it down as quickly as possible. What are you doing out here? She stops her grim work long enough to acknowledge your question. I hit the limit on the number of consecutive hours they allow me to work in the lab, she says. So I'm taking a break, she says, making mocking air quotes around the sentence. How dare they? That's what I said, Tange replies. And they just think they can boss me around because I'm younger. She scoffs. I'm smarter than any two of them combined. Ugh. Tange groans and rubs her bloodshot eyes. I just want to work, you know? It's so frustrating to be deep in the zone and feeling like I'm just on the precipice of a discovery, and then someone tells me that apparently my genius is taking too long. I want them to treat me like I belong there, the way Dr. Instance does, Tange mutters. She actually respects me. They're just jealous that she likes me more. Tange slides off the boulder, and you see the color bleed from her face as she stumbles into you, nearly crumpling to the ground. Oh, she grits out, leaning over while the dizziness passes. I thought the nutritional uptake of that bar would be quicker than a real meal, especially after taking into account the time required to walk to the cafeteria. She trails off, realizing she's clutching your jacket, and pushes you away. My apologies, she says, brushing herself off. I am, regrettably, it seems, only human. Tange scrubs her hands over her face. Ugh. Sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner in my own body, like I can feel myself trapped in it, this stinking, sweating bag of meat and bad impulses, stuck with the burden of keeping it alive every day for the rest of my life. And her voice breaks. Can I save? I would like to save, please. Tange scowls and rubs her eyes angrily. Reflexive lacrimation is an evolutionary response to emotional and physical stress, she snaps. In other words, no, I'm not crying. It's just this resentment for my physical form. It reminds me of when I was little, and Instance used a gene tech to give me this body. The right body. Only, this body is wrong too, she adds quietly. It's right in a lot of ways, but it's still imperfect. It's still human. Yeah, okay, we'll stick with this one. If I were an AI, everything would be more simple. I could just do my work. I could just do what I'm good at. No messy biological functions. No emotions. Just clear and beautiful purpose. I hate this. Tange sniffles. I hate feeling like this. Yeah, she didn't like that. Tange scowls. How nice for you. People finding attractive makes us all better. Okay. I want to load that. I feel like it's important for this interaction to go the way I want it to. But it probably won't be able to. Okay, nothing changes there. I guess we'll just offer friendship. I'm always here to listen. Nice. Tangent manages a watery smile as she wipes her eyes. Thanks, she says. I apologize for being all wet on you. It won't happen again. And we still get the card. Okay, cool. I'm much more happier with that outcome. She wipes her eyes and straightens her jacket, then takes a deep breath and holds it for 10 seconds, her eyes closed. By the time she opens them again, she looks ready to go back to work as if nothing has happened. You admire Tangent's determination, but sometimes you think it might come at a price. Tangent's focus 2, +6 if this has the highest value. Interesting. Alright, I think we've talked to everybody. Oh no, there's still dice outside here. Oh, and Nomi, technically. Okay. And any boss events respawn? No, okay. We missed 2 collectibles, though. That's big sad. Yeah, we've already given everyone gifts last month. Okay. So then, let's spend the month... Let's maybe do something physical for a little bit. Oh, that's not the path to the barracks. That ups toughness, combat. It only gives 1 toughness though. It does give a bit of bravery, but I'm okay with not upping that much more. Let's go work in the fields maybe, because it's toughness I want to work on. Toughness or combat, actually. That gives good empathy. +2 toughness. +3 toughness. We'll take the 3 toughness. In the wet season, you need to dig out the rice paddies. You put on mud waders that are way too big for you and stumble into the soggy muck with Cal. Cal starts nerding out about mud, as he does. The ground is so soggy because the lower gravity means the water takes longer to seep down, he explains, pulling a big clod of mud out of the ground and slopping it into the hoverlift. At least when it's raining, you don't have to use wheelbarrows. Everything is so swampy and warm on Vertumna, not like the dry, recycled earth of the stratospheric. The wet ground makes the root from our earth plants rot easier, so we need a ton of mush tree mulch, or this kind of puffy lava rock kind of thing. He stops and rubs his face, smearing mud across his cheek. Maybe we can do that next. I like smashing it up into tiny bits with a hammer. It's nice to be outside with Cal. Tropical rain is never too cold, and Cal is great company. Just think about all the cool stuff that's out here, Cal exclaims. Who else gets to shape the planet and provide food for the colony? No one, that's who. This job is the best. Keeps on digging and nattering on about cool bugs he finds in the mud. up to your armpits in mud. Oh, nice. You goof off a little and have fun. Your antics eventually lead to you slipping, and suddenly you're up to your armpits in the mud and laughing as it oozes down to your oversized waders. Seven, 3, 6. So that puts us at a 48. Puts us at a 44. That puts us at a 50. I think 50 is probably the best. Hell yeah. 7 toughness. That's what I like to see. From 1 challenge, super goal, Ricky 3 gear, and super strength perk. Alright, we're not at max stress, but we definitely need to do some de-stressing here. I think we have time for 1 more month, so we'll do this. And then we'll end with next episode starting with Glow. Can we go back to giving gifts? I'd like to give gifts. Nope. Oh, I can give you one. You can take my last roots. Oh, it's his birthday. So, Dice's birthday is late wet. He plucks at the roots for a bit, but then his shoulders slump. Did you give these to me because it's my birthday? He asks. I actually hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday. It's, look, maybe you should just do something nice for Tange. She actually likes the attention. Well, you know, we didn't learn the more about Tangent because we didn't flirt with her. I just realized that. That's interesting. But we've got him at 100, so that's cool. You can't find Dice outside the walls, even though the duty roster has him working on the expedition vehicles today. After asking around, one of his crewmates points you to where she'd seen him disappear into the forest just 10 minutes ago. You thank her and set off into the wilderness. You've picked up a few things about tracking after hanging out with Dice for so long, so you follow his trail into the nearby Mushwood Forest until you hear him, speaking calm and slow. Shh, it's going to be okay. Just let me help you. You follow his voice to find him kneeling on the ground next to a wounded Hawkeye. The scent of blood and animal fear colors the air. Dice's knife glints as he pulls it from its sheath. Don't worry, he says to the creature. I've got you. It won't hurt anymore, real soon. A branch snaps under your foot, and Dice's head jerks up. His eyes go wide, but he doesn't greet you. Instead, he gestures for you to get a closer look at the Hawkeye. Its single leg is mangled beyond recognition from a hunter's snap trap, and it's bleeding heavily. It can only stare up at Dice, defeat in its 4 eyes. It struggles once more, then goes still from the exertion, wheezing miserably. They tell everyone they're humane traps, Dice murmurs. But humans lie, don't they? They lie all the time. The hunters won't be back to check the traps until tomorrow, Dice continues, looking down at the Hawkeye with a grim expression. I have to put it out of its misery. I'll do it. Dice hands the knife to you and moves aside. You kneel and take the small, terrified creature in your arms, and with one clean cut, you slice through its neck. It tenses, twitching in fear reflex, and goes limp. You hand the knife back to Dice. Dice is quiet at your side for a long time, breathing evenly in through his nose and out through his mouth, like he's meditating. It's better to die quickly than to suffer in a trap. But there shouldn't have been a trap in the first place, he says, eventually. He clicks his tongue against his teeth. It's pointless. It was going to die eventually, but not here. It's not natural. It's not the death part that bothers me. It's our vanity. Humans are so afraid of extinction that they'll kill indiscriminately to avoid it. Dice takes out a cloth and wipes the Hawkeye's blood off his blade, his movements slow and reverent. I used to let it control me, too. I thought dying meant that living was pointless, he continues. But now I know the truth. Life is short, and brutal, and hard. It's up to us to fill it with as many experiences as we can. Are we going to spend our lives cooped up in the colony, subjugating nature because it strikes fear into our animal brains? He smiles faintly. Or are we going to get out there and live the only life we've been given? He looks down at the corpse of the Hawkeye and lays his hand gently against its head. We're all going to end up like this in the end. There's no use denying it, and letting the fear of it control our actions. You're probably the only other person here who does, Dice replies. That's why we get along, I guess. I said I agree completely. Dice lifts the Hopeye's body into his arms and rises to his feet. The smell of death will attract animals right into the other traps, he says, and I'm not taking it back to the colony to be stuffed into a recycler. We have to take it into the woods and give it back to nature. You and Dice walk further into the forest in respectful silence, Dice cradling the dead Hawkeye against his chest. Eventually he tells you to wait while he finds the tracks of a predator and lays it down nearby, an offering the forest accepts without acknowledgement. Dice returns to you, blood-stained and solemn. It's done, he says. You begin the walk back into the colony, though it's clear Dice is taking his time. After a few minutes of walking, he turns to you and grabs your arm, forcing you to stop and look at him. Garrett, he says, his eyes burning. Promise you won't let me end up like that Hawkeye. At your questioning look, he squeezes your arm to the point that it almost hurts. If I'm trapped here, just let me go, okay? This is a big moment, I think. I already kind of did that once with him at his 70 friendship event when he tried to run off. We'll honor him. Dice breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you, Garrett. He stares at you for a few unnerving seconds, perfectly still, before jerking into motion and fishing a pendant necklace from his clothes. He unclasps it from his neck and holds it out to you. Here, he says. You should have this. I want you to have it. We got an achievement, Dice's secret. You turn and let him put it around your neck. The pendant is large, but surprisingly light. You recognize it as a fragment of a unisaur horn, its pearlescent color shimmering in the light. Thank you, it is beautiful. I didn't make it, Dice replies. The unisaur did. I just put it on a cord. But thank you. Dice regards you with a serious expression. You're the only person in this colony that I've ever really cared about, he says. I don't know why you bothered trying to be my friend when I was trying to push everyone away. His mouth bends in a shy little smile. Thank you for sticking with it, he says softly. You don't know how much I appreciate having a friend here. He steps away and looks down at the ground, suddenly evasive. Listen, I don't know how much longer I have left here, he says softly. I just want you to know that I want to spend the time I do have with you. Aww. Total bro moment. Alright, so that's them. I know I could have turned that into a romance, but I kind of leaned away from it there. We'll do that another life. Go ahead and have a flower. Still gonna flirt with her. Nemi, you can have... Oh, we can do a train together. That's cool. Toughness 80 or greater. Hurting a friend, -4 to last card. Nemi always insists that you never go easy on her, so this time, you don't. You go after her with everything you've got. By the time she finally taps out, you're both breathing hard. You let her up, and she touches her fingertips to her eyebrow, startling when it comes back red. Whoa, she says. He really kicked my ass. Good job. You were supposed to meet Nemi for lunch, but she didn't show up. You head to the garrison to see if you can find her. You spot Nemi's shock of red hair over by the close-range fighting ring. As you approach, she finishes a flurry of blows with a roundhouse kick that almost knocks the training dummy's head clear off. Ki-ya! Nemi roars, echoing off the vaulted ceiling of the garrison. Nemi steps back from the ring and pulls up the bottom of her shirt to wipe her face, flashing you a glimpse of her muscular stomach and the blue-green scaling that dances over her ribcage and down her hips. Her skin shines with sweat under the harsh lights. You catch her eye, and she shoots you a smile, as quick and bright as the sun, glinting off a metal roof before it disappears behind her usual bleak expression. She jogs over to you. "And what are you doing here, Garrett?" She brings up the time on her hollow palm, and her eyes go wide. "Oh, shit! Were we supposed to eat lunch together today? I'm sorry." "You look incredible today." You gulp and give her a long, teasing gaze. Nemi goes red and puts her hand over your mouth. "Shh! Don't say stuff like that," she hisses. "I didn't know you were watching. You're gonna get me in trouble with Vase." Nemi grabs her water bottle and drinks from it, then pours the rest over her head and flicks the water through her shaved side. "We can still go get some chow if you want," she says. "Just give me a sec." Nemi pulls on her oversized sports ball sweater over her workout clothes, her thumbs popping through the holes worn into the cuffs. The lettering on the back reads Kombucha. As you exit the garrison, you're stopped by a few of the other soldiers who all seem to give Nemi a high five or tell her about their days. Even though she's clearly exhausted, she musters up a few heartening words for each of them. "They all know I'm dating Vase," she says apologetically when you finally emerge into the sunlight. "It's weird. All of a sudden I'm like a hero to them too, and I haven't even done anything yet. I train every day though, probably like 6 or 8 hours," she says, rubbing at her shoulder and stretching it out as she walks. "It feels good to work hard. Like, it just wipes out all the bad thoughts, anything that's bothering me." She makes an exploding motion with one hand. "It just goes away. Poof!" "I can't afford to lose my focus," Nemi says solemnly. I can't let myself get distracted. If I do that and someone dies because of it, gnaw it, man," she says, shaking her head. "The thought of it keeps me up at night. Sometimes I just get up and run around the colony until I'm too tired to stand. No one else is gonna die on my watch." "You understand, right?" she asks, turning to you. "You work harder than anyone. How do you do it? What are you fighting for, Garrett?" "For the future of the colony." Nemi nods in agreement. "Me too," she says. "When it comes down to it, that's all that matters." What's our friendship like now? Red 83. I don't believe it. I absolutely do not believe it. Still. Oh, so we still have 2 people that we haven't met yet. Oh, hey, Nougat, you're 11 now. Surprised we haven't seen you again, considering you have a portrait. Maybe because we haven't been playing sports ball. Alright, I think that's everyone. Oh, Mars and Rex. Come to think of it, oh, no, we did talk to them already, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, well those dialogue events went a little longer than I thought, so we'll save doing our resting this month for next episode. So this is where we're going to leave it off for today. Thank you to everyone for joining me. I apologize once again for the late upload, and I will see you all next week for some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Toodles.